The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This one fielded at the 5.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now the throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The Browns had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 38.
And here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On first down, it's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Herbert throwing again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Myles Garrett from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Right back to Njoku. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
And again, it's Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. We're scoreless after 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
York able to send this one through.
And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert under pressure, and they got to him again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. That's hard to do because you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
In motion goes the tight end. On 1st and 10, Watson. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Second down and goal. Watson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Kareem Hunt, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern a little bit. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give running left is Eckler. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. On 1st down, Justin Herbert.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. Herbert operating from the red zone, sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just...
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to sack back at the 16-yard line. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Herbert. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there. and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first down, it's Watson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slam. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the...
Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That is caught. It's Williams.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
They'll roll him out right.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Big play that time by Mike Williams, and it picks up a first down, and he's coming off a career-best 76 catches and 1,146 yards last season and was rewarded with a nice extension for his efforts. Definitely hoping to continue his improvement in his 6th season as a Chargers big play threat.
Now the 4th-round pick from A&M. This is Isaiah Spiller.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Holding on to the football, becoming a little bit of a was last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From his goal line here, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, 26 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 17-14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Charger drive about to get going.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we go to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They run it again with Chubb. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Watson now to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Takes it at the 7.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Herbert. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. 35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because